The upcoming anime season is about to blow the roof off the anime world with 5 massive titles ready to hijack your watch lists. And let's be real, your sleep schedule's doomed. From a king's second shot at life to delinquents throwing down on their turf, and even literal trash monsters rising from the apocalypse, there's no chill in sight. Oh, and did I mention immortal demon hunters and cyberpunk legends making a comeback? Buckle up, Buttercup, because this season's stacked. And let's get into it. The beginning after the end, one of the most popular manhwas is finally getting an anime adaptation. Based on the light novels by Korean-American author Turtle Me, the series has been a fan favorite for years. Turtle Me, who was also involved in the manhwa adaptation, is playing a role in the anime's production, ensuring that the story stays true to the original material. The story follows King Gray, a once powerful ruler who meets an untimely end. Instead of disappearing into oblivion, he's reincarnated as Arthur Leywin in the magical world of Decathan. With the wisdom of his past life and a fresh start, Arthur grows up under the care of his retired adventurer parents, honing his magical abilities. Along the way, he encounters a lost elf princess, fights off dangerous foes, and tries to forge his own path. Basically, it's a second shot at life, but with more dragons, magic, and existential crisis. The manhwa has been widely praised for its well-developed characters, engaging plot, and the right mix of action and emotional depth. It remains one of the top-ranked webtoons, with a dedicated fanbase eagerly anticipating the anime. However, there's been some nervous chatter about the production studio, Studio ACAT. Their past works haven't exactly set the anime world on fire, leading to some skepticism. Some fans are holding out hope that, like Studio Nexus with Eminence and Shadow, ACAT might just surprise everybody. Others joke that if the anime does well, maybe a bigger studio will swoop in for later seasons. Kinda like how Attack on Titan got passed around like a hot potato. For fans of high fantasy, overpowered protagonists, and sprawling world building, this anime is definitely worth checking out. If you enjoyed Solo Leveling, Mushoku Tensei, or The Rising of the Shield Hero, the beginning after the end will likely be right up your alley. With the author directly involved and the anime's art style already looking more refined, there's a good chance that it'll stay faithful to the source material. Whether Studio ACAT delivers or not, April 2025 is going to reveal how the manhwa does as an anime. At number 2, we got Windbreaker. Yup, it's back. And it's ready to break more than just win when Season 2 premieres in April 2025. This delinquent-styled street action anime was the sleeper hit of 2024, quietly outclassing mainstream titles with its laid-back vibes, intense fights, and a protagonist who's as rough around the edges as he is endearing. Produced by Cloverworks, who also famously worked on Spy Family and The Promised Neverland, directed by Toshifumi Akai, and with a killer soundtrack by Ryo Takahashi, Windbreaker's shaping up to be another banger. The story follows Haruka Sakura, a kid who's been an outcast since day one, thanks to his unconventional looks and lack of social skills. But hey, being treated like a pariah turned him into a beast of a fighter, and now he's got one goal: to take the top spot at Furin High School, where strength is valued over academics. Sounds like your typical delinquent setup, right? Wrong. Instead of a school full of thugs, Furin High is home to Bofurin, a group of students who protect their town, Mokochi, from harm. When Sakura gets into a street brawl the day before enrollment, he's shocked when his future classmates jump into a fight alongside him. Turns out, Bofurin isn't about causing chaos. It's about defending their turf. Season 1 ended on a cliffhanger, with Bofurin's first-year students, led by Sakura, gearing up to face their toughest opponents yet, the mysterious troublemakers known as Keel. Season 2 picks up right where things left off, and let's just say Sakura's leadership and fighting skills are about to be put to the ultimate test. With Keel bringing the heat, Bofurin might be in for a bloody ride, and fans can't wait to see how Sakura and the gang handle the pressure. Plus, there's the promise of new faces joining the fray. Though, let's hope the anime digs deeper into the existing characters, before introducing too many newcomers. The anime's got the perfect blend of action, heart, and that cute guy doing cool things vibe that makes you root for the underdog. If you're into anime like Tokyo Revengers or Blue Lock, with their mix of intense fights, gang dynamics, and characters trying to reinvent themselves, well, now you know what to watch next. Now this brings us to the Lord of the Mysteries. And I swear, it's about to shake up the Dongwa scene. And if the hype's anything to go by, we're in for a wild ride. Based on the insanely popular web novel by Cuttlefish That Loves Diving, this adaptation's set to premiere in July 2025. And trust me, the anticipation's real. If you love dark, brainy anime with slow burn mystery, Lord of the Mysteries is your next obsession. Need something to set the mood? Rewatch Death Note, Monster, or Erased, or dive into My House of Horrors if you're in the mood for an equally chilling read. Whatever you do, mark your calendars for July 2025. This one's gonna be legendary. The story follows Zhao Mingrui, reincarnated as Klein Moretti, In a world that's like Victorian London, but with airships, dreadnoughts, tarot cards, and straight-up arcane chaos. Between navigating secret organizations, downing potions that might turn him into a god, or worse, and uncovering eldritch mysteries, Klein's got his work cut out for him. This isn't just a fantasy, it's an urban historical fantasy, where the eerie meets the everyday, and reality itself bends under the weight of the unknown. Directed by Jiyoung Kei, Bureau of Paranormal Investigation, the animation's handled by Bisame Pictures. And they're not playing around. We're talking 1,000 drawings per minute, which means Attack on Titan level visuals. Early previews already got glowing reactions, and word from Tencent's press conference confirms that they're taking this adaptation very seriously. The plan? A minimum of 5 seasons to do justice to the novel's massive scope. So yeah, buckle up. Next up is Gachiakta, the anime we didn't know we needed, but now we can't live without it. After a decade-long wait, the dream team behind Noragami, Kodansha, Bones, and Avex have reunited to bring this dark fantasy manga to life. If you're into gritty dystopian worlds with a side of revenge and giant trash monsters, yeah, you heard that right, the Gachiakta is about to become your new obsession. The manga, written by Kei Orana with graffiti designs by Ando Hideyoshi, has been a hit or miss for some readers, but let's be real. It's got some seriously unique ideas. A floating city dumping its trash and people onto a lower world, trash monsters, a revenge plot with a side of social commentary? Sign me up. And with Bones, the maker of My Hero Academia and Fullmetal Alchemist handling the animation, you know the visuals are gonna be top tier. If you're a fan of dark fantasy series like Berserk, Tokyo Ghoul, or Attack on Titan, Gachiakta should be on your radar. The story follows Rudo, a kid who spent his life rummaging through trash in a floating city where recycling's illegal, and the poor are treated like, well, garbage. Literally. The city dumps its waste and its unwanted people into the abyss, a massive hole that leads to the surface of the planet. Rudo's life takes a nosedive when he's framed for the murder of his foster father, Lecto, and thrown into the abyss. But here's the twist. The surface isn't just a wasteland. It's a nightmarish world where trash comes to life as monstrous creatures, and the people who live there really don't like sky people like Rudo. To survive and get revenge, Rudo joins a group called janitors, who are basically the trash-cleaning monster-slaying badasses of this messed up world. So mark your calendars, because Gachiakta's coming this summer in 2025, and it's ready to take out the trash. Literally. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely gonna sit down and watch this one. Studio Mappa. Yup, the same legendary studio behind Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man is adapting Sword of the Demon Hunter, which is based on the well-known light book series by Motoo Nakanishi. Given their history of stunning animation and dramatic battle sequences, you can be sure that this will be an eye candy. This is going to be one of the most anticipated releases of 2025, so strap in for this one. The story's set in a grim, feudal-inspired world where demons roam freely, terrorizing humanity. The protagonist, Jinta, is a lone warrior, cursed with immortality after a fateful encounter with a demon. Armed with his massive sword and burning desire for vengeance, Jinta roams the land, hunting demons and uncovering the dark secrets of his curse. But this isn't just a simple hack-and-slash story. Sword of the Demon Hunter dives into deep themes of loss, redemption, and the cost of eternal life. Think Demon Slayer meets Berserk, with a protagonist who's as brooding as he is badass. What makes the anime stand out is its rich lore and morally complex characters. Jinta isn't your typical hero. He's haunted by his past, and his immortality comes with a heavy price. The demons he hunts aren't just mindless monsters. They're deeply tied to the world's history and Jinta's own tragic story. Plus, with Mappa at the helm, you can expect breathtaking fight scenes, eerie atmospheres, and a soundtrack that'll send chills down your spine. If you're into dark fantasy anime like Dororo, Claymore, or Goblin Slayer, Sword of the Demon Hunter should be on your must-watch list. If you're into cyberpunk, female badasses, and stories, this one's for you. Check out Virgin Punk. This isn't your typical adaptation. It's a completely original story, straight from the minds of legendary director Yasuomi Umetsu, who did Kite and Mezzo Forte. If you remember correctly, this guy's been a goner for quite a while. He's returning after a decade, and he's bound to deliver. The anime is set to be produced by the iconic studio Shaft, which did Puello Magi Madoka Magica and Monogatari series. The story follows Ubu, a fearless hunter who lives and is willing to die for her work in a world teeming with chaos, passion, and grief. While details about the plot are still under wraps, one thing's for sure. Ubu's the kind of overpowered, no-nonsense female protagonist we don't see enough of in anime. Her journey promises to be a dramatic exploration of struggle, survival, and the raw edges of humanity. And with Umetsu at the helm, you know it's going to be visually stunning. His cinematography's next level. Think Chainsaw Man level of intensity, but with the classic 80s flair. Plus, Studio Shaft's signature artistry is bound to make every frame a masterpiece. What makes Virgin Punk even more exciting is its originality. This isn't based on a manga or a light novel. It's a fresh story born straight as an anime. That means no spoilers, no expectations, just pure unadulterated mystery. The teasers and trailers have already set the tone with the epic visuals, and fans are itching to dive into the world. If you're a fan of cyberpunk classics like Serial Experiments Lane, Steins Gate, or Akira, Virgin Punk's shaping up to be your next obsession. This anime is set to deliver. And hey, if nothing else, it's got Studio Shaft and Yasuomi Uematsu. What more could you ask for? The story's gonna be told in small parts, with the first part named Clockwork Girl, set to premiere on June 27, 2025. Virgin Punk's given us all the gritty, neon-soaked vibes of the 80s with a modern twist. Anyway, we've sadly come to the end of this list. I hope all the anime we covered itched all the right spots for you. So if you like this take of ours, make sure to stay with us for our future content.